what's going on? This is Thomas Gaudenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. I'm here doing an interview with Bellator MMA vet and Houston's own top boxing undefeated prospect, Juan Torres, where we will be talking about his upcoming boxing match February 16th for Premier Boxing Houston, and his time he spent with Bellator MMA and Bare Knuckle Boxing Federation, and get his UFC picks for these upcoming title fights. Tell me how your training camp is going so far heading into this boxing fight.
It's going great. We've been doing a lot of cardio, a lot of technique, getting ready for this match.
And where are you training out of?
I'm training out of Hit City Boxing out of Huntsville, Texas.
And who are you training with?
My coach's name is Michael Hamilton.
Awesome. Any sparring partners, any other partners you want to give a shout out to?
Victor Gonzalez, he'll be fighting the same night as me. You know, he's been working his butt off this whole year for his pro debut, so, you know, it's finally going down for him, so I'm actually more excited for him than anything else. I'm ready to see him, you know, have his pro debut. He's been working his butt off.
That's awesome. And then also, so how do you see this fight going down with Matthew Foster?
With any guy that I box with, man, the plan is always just walk him down, put him in a corner, and take his head off, you know, take his body off, or you know, break a rib or something, you know?
Yeah, work the body and work the head a little bit. Mm-hmm. And how do you see this, like, what do you see you getting the finish? You see going all the distance, or you plan on going for a first round or second round knockout?
Yeah, you know, I'm always going for the knockout. I'm always, you know, throwing with power, with bad intention. So, yeah, I don't want to predict how it's going to go, but I'd love to get a knockout, you know?
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely could see you getting that for sure. Like all your other matches, you've been doing really great things in the boxing world right now. But I also know you've also done, you know, professional bare buckle boxing, and you're also a longtime Houston OG MMA fighter. So tell me a little bit about that also, because I know you're also a professional MMA fighter. I believe you've been doing it longer, but I'm not sure. But what's the biggest difference for you between MMA and boxing?
Okay, so MMA, you know, you got all these other techniques that you have to work, and you know, you have the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, the Muay Thai. You know, there's so many different elements to the MMA, you know, world. And then with boxing, it's just, you know, it's almost the same. I mean, you have to put in the same hard work because boxing is more like chess. It's crazy how you can slow down, you know, boxing and it's the same hard work, man, but it's just, I don't know, I can't explain it.
It's less ground, too, and you seem, especially in your MMA fights, you seem more of someone who's ready to bang, you know, who wants to stand there and trade shots.
Exactly, yeah. I really enjoy, and I think the fans enjoy that, too. I think the fans, you know, enjoy, you know, guys just standing and banging, so when I first started MMA, I actually leaned more towards the grappling. And, you know, changing coaches, I ended up going more towards, you know, the Muay Thai and the banging. I'm blessed with a chin, you know, I'm blessed with a tough chin and you know, a durable body. So
yeah, that's really cool. Actually, I actually didn't know that. That's awesome to know that. And what do you see going what do you see going forward? Like, do you have anything planned after this match? Anything, or are you just focused only on this fight?
Yeah, I'm focused on this fight. You know, I don't want to look past any opponent, but hopefully in March here I think either fighting out in California, in Memphis, or in Philadelphia. If everything goes good, we're talking to some folks from top ranked boxing promotions actually. So you know, we're trying to start, you know, picking our game up as far as boxing.
Oh, that's awesome. And right now in your boxing, how many rounds do you typically box? Is it 4 rounds?
Yeah, this should be my last 4-round boxing match, and then coach wants me to move up to 6 and 8 rounds. So, you know, and that goes with the cardio and the weight loss too. I've been killing my cardio, like I said. I usually spar, you know, 12, 15 good rounds. Every other day we try to get some kind of sparring in. So I'm real heavy into the cardio right now.
And is that your main focus right now? Are you mainly just focusing on boxing and you're putting your MMA career on hold for right now?
Yes, sir. Right now, more than anything, it's boxing. If an MMA opportunity comes up and I'm not doing anything for the month or whatever, I'll take it into consideration. And especially Eric Garcia, man, he hit me up and asked me for a favor. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say, "Yep, here I come."
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, shout out to Eric right there. And then also, so tell me a little bit more about your boxing right now. I believe you're 4-0 and you're undefeated right now.
Right. Yes, sir.
How many of those are finishes?
2 of them were knockouts, and 2 of them were unanimous decision.
Oh, awesome. See, so that's great. So it shows you, I love seeing when fighters, I love seeing knockouts, of course, but I also love when seeing fighters, especially in the heavyweight divisions, that y'all can go the distance. Because I feel like, you learn a lot about yourself, and that shows, hey, you're not scared to go in there and go all the rounds, which is pretty awesome. That's good to see.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
And then tell me about your bare knuckle boxing match. I know you did a fight for bare knuckle boxing, I think Federation, and you won your match by, I believe it was a first round or second round TKO.
It was second round knockout. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice. And so how was the difference between boxing with boxing gloves and also doing the bare knuckle one?
It's crazy, man. Everything is it's definitely, it makes you want to move your head more. Those bare fists are coming, and when they miss, you can hear the air behind them. So and I got cut. Basically everybody on that card got cut or broke their hands or did something to damage themselves. But it's definitely a tough man sport. That's not for that's definitely the toughest sport to get into right now.
Wow. And you didn't break your hand or anything in it, did you?
No, I didn't. I actually got a cut above my right eye. That was the only thing. I ended up getting 5 or 6 stitches in the back.
Oh, wow. And how was it like watching? Like I mean, did you stay and watch any other bare knuckle fights while you're there?
I did. The whole show was just awesome. They treated all the fighters, well while we were there, of course. But it was an awesome experience.
Man, that sounds awesome. And I know that thing, I'm not sure if it's the same promotion, but I heard one of I saw online that one, like, the promotions weren't paying. I didn't know if that was that promotion or what was not.
Yeah, that was that promotion. We actually, the whole week we spent there and we fought and we come home and some guys were told, hey, don't put your check into the bank until Friday, and then some guys were called and told, don't put your check in until Tuesday, and it just ended up going like that. Oh, wow. I actually ended up putting my check in that Friday, and I got to pay bills and stuff, so I used a lot of the money to pay the bills. Yeah. And when they came back and said that my account was negative, what was it, like negative $2,500? No. I freaked out and called the guy and. He actually did put some money back into my account to fix the negative, but I'm pretty sure all the fighters didn't get paid. Yeah. They all got little pieces here and there.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the other people that I follow on social media and stuff. A lot of people that were on that card were also complaining about it, and I was just wondering, that's crazy. That's like really fucked up and sad to hear that someone would do that to some fighters, because that's how you guys make your livelihood. You guys laid it on the line, like you said. You got cut up. Everybody else got cuts, and some people broke their hands, and then not to come home with what you're expecting, a paycheck. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It's real heartbreaking because there's guys that's all they have is, their fight checks. Mm-hmm. Some guys don't work, and, I know it hurt a lot of people. My buddy Mike Gonzalez from out here in Houston, too, he went through a lot. So, TJ Levite, the guy that I fought, he was carrying on that money. There's a lot of guys that were carrying on that money.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And so, on a better note, I guess tell me about your experience when you fought for Bellator MMA, one of the top leading promotions in mixed martial arts. How was that experience for you?
Bellator was fun, man. Bellator, it was just like a top promotion in the world. They treated you great, and I got out there, and I think I did a little bit too much showboating for that one.
Well, you fought a top guy. You fought one of the Bellator's top prospects at heavyweight, Justin, who was also a former tough fighter and Ultimate Fighter and UFC fighter. So that's a tough guy for your first match in the company.
Yeah, and I think it was the second round. I actually caught him with a hook, and almost I thought his knees buckled, but it was just a lot of. I should have, I came out the cage, and my coach was like, "Man, you had that. All you had to do was stop talking shit."
Yeah.
So definitely, I've learned a lot from my MMA career, and I'm blessed to say that I had 17 pro fights, and I'm coming into this boxing world with a clean slate. So that's definitely, a plus for me.
That's awesome. And also, I guess, what got you into fighting? Like, what made you wanting to become a professional athlete? And, right now you're two sports, but I know you're mainly focusing on boxing. But what made you, what got you into fighting?
Man, growing up, I grew up in Spring Branch, and then, we moved out to Cypress, and, that's how you get checked sometimes. They want to see whether you can fight or not, or you have to defend yourself or whatever it is. So I've just always been around fighting. Even I was a football player. I went and played college ball and did all that, and it's just what it is. It's just you're around a bunch of guys that think they're tough and they want to test you, or you want to test them, or whatever the thing is,
That's awesome. So I didn't know. What position did you? So you were big into football before it?
Oh yeah. I actually played junior college ball at Blinn Junior College out in Brenham.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then transferred out to Louisiana College. It's a small Division III school in Louisiana, in Pineville, Louisiana. I played nose guard. I was a defensive tackle. I actually used to walk around at 360 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not very many people know that. And, I used to bench press 580 pounds. I put 800 pounds on my back and squatted. That was life right there. And I wanted to be a pro football player, but that wasn't in my cards. And I was blessed enough to get a chance to, fight professionally.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah. Now, at least you're still a professional athlete. Somehow. At least you're still getting down and getting it. And then also, what if you could pick anybody to fight, dead or alive, in it's gonna be a two-part question. So it'd be in MMA, who would you pick, and then also in boxing, who would you pick?
In MMA, who would I pick to fight in MMA? You know what? I'd like to. There's a couple losses that I'd like to try to run back, but I know they probably won't happen. I think Jeremy Hardy would be one that I'd love to run it back with him. He was a respectful dude, and it was a good fight. I really enjoyed that fight a lot. He actually blew my eardrum that fight with a kick to the head.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Boxing wise, there's a George Foreman nephew up in Houston. There was talk about me getting a chance to fight in January, but whatever happened, they didn't take that fight or whatever. But I would love to fight George Foreman's nephew.
And then, see, what about this one? If you have another, what about anyone that was dead or alive? If you had to pick between a Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, or George Foreman when he was in his prime, who would you pick out of those?
Man, probably Mike Tyson. I'd like to fight Mike Tyson. That would be pretty cool. That'd
be a good scrap. Yeah, Mike was a killer back in his prime. He's a funny guy now, though.
Yeah, I'd probably get my head knocked off, but I'd learn a lot, so that would be interesting, yeah.
And then also, what is your strongest attribute as a fighter? Is it your heart? Is it your speed? Is it your strength?
I think it's my heart. I think my heart and my chin have carried me through MMA for sure, and my heart and my chin have carried me through boxing, because every boxing match that I've had, I'm still learning to box correctly. So I'm not easily gonna quit. I'm not easily gonna, I'm not gonna get, not get off the stool or anything. I'm gonna fucking fight till I either die or something happens, So my heart for sure, and then my chin, because you gotta come hard with it if you're gonna knock me out.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I've seen you fight multiple times live. I've been following your career for a while, and yeah, you definitely have, that Hispanic kind of like heart with you. You know, Hispanic boxers are tough guys. You got to take them out to actually take them out. You always stay in the fight no matter what, and that's awesome. It's going to take you far. I'm excited to see your career unfold even more. And then, but there's also two UFC fights, title fights coming up. I kind of just want to get your thoughts on those two matches. There's Robert Whittaker taking on Calvin Gastelum for the UFC 185-pound belt. Who do you see winning that fight and why?
I think Whittaker is going to get it. I don't really follow either one of those two guys very much, but I think Whittaker is going to get it.
Yeah,
tough as shit too. Yeah, tough.
That's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited to see that one. And then also, what about this one's in your weight division, heavyweights? Cain Velasquez taking on Francis Ngannou.
If Cain is healthy and 100%, Cain's gonna kill Ngannou. That it won't even be a contest. It'll be like when Ngannou fought that other dude and Derek. Ngannou don't really have much. He's just strong and hits hard, and he's real stiff to me. Like he can't wrestle. He's one dimension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Cain's going to work him also. I think Cain will probably take him out in the first or second. But that should be a good fight. And then is there any shout-outs you want to give out, any sponsors you want to thank, any training partners before you want to thank?
I want to thank my sponsors, XI Jitsu, Rise Counseling. They just started sponsoring me. My coach, Mike Hamilton, Mike the Hammer. Victor Gonzalez, like I said, he's been working his butt off for this pro debut. Chris Rose, he's been doing some work at the gym with us. Carlos Malera, he'll be fighting that night too. My brother-in-law. Just everybody that's been out there at the gym helping. Nosy, Red, all these guys that are in there sparring with me and Vic and pushing us. Blinn, KJ. All those guys. Hit City Boxing. Always Hit City Boxing. So
that's awesome. And then make sure to tell everybody where they can see your fight.
The fight is going to be in Lufkin, Texas at the Angelina County, I believe it's the Angelina County Expo on February 16th for Premier Boxing Club Houston.
Awesome. Well, everyone, make sure to check out Juan Torres, where he continues his path to excellency in boxing. And we look forward to seeing you. And thank you again for coming on.
Thank you, brother. Have a good night.
If you enjoyed this interview, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And to check out all of our sponsors. Well, we'll catch y'all next time.